Hey, what's up, everybody? Angry Iceberg here, and I've been asked for a very long time. People want to see my setup, see exactly how I stream, and now since I've finally gotten to a point where I really like my setup, and it's all kind of put together now with a lot of the additions that I've been making recently. I thought I'd take you around, and show you exactly how the magic is made, right? So first we'll start off here, my pride and joy, right here at the beginning. So this is how I walk in, of course. Maybe I won't start. I didn't really plan this out very well. But anyway, so of course we got the old green screen. Obviously we need that. It is on a stand that I have hanging that divides the room about in half. So I still on the other side. I mean, it's kind of a mess now, but you can see my dartboard. There it is. Anyway, so what we got here, okay, aside from the green screen, let's just start here with my Electro Voice RE27ND. That is the microphone that I record on, that you guys hear me through each day, and so you can always see that. Usually, sometimes you can see that in stream, sometimes you can't. I got it on this white. I know it's not the color white, but it's a brand anyway. So I got this on this nice boom stand, this boom scissor arm, which I just installed actually yesterday as of recording this video. Pretty happy with it. It's the very same one that I have at the radio station where I work, so I knew that it was good quality and it holds up well. As attached directly to the desk and very sturdy. I don't have to worry about it. I'd actually pull down my desk before I pull down the mic stand. So, it's nice, moves very fluidly. I can put it kind of wherever I want, and adjust it and whatnot. And of course, the good standard Electro Voice shock mount here, which I always kind of like playing around, nice and bouncy, so you can't hear any of the typing that would be coming from my desk. Okay. Also, it kind of hides the cords. You can kind of see it going in there and hides the cord, which is pretty nice as it goes down there. That's about as good as I get as far as making the cords look all tidy. Down underneath it, you see my little stool, which kind of serves as a little side table where I usually put, if I'm eating something, I'll put it kind of over there, or it's where I put my drinks or whatever. I'll just kind of set it there. Of course, my printer or whatever. My big stack of loot crates and all that crap. All right, back here I have hiding my little modem. It's the whatever one. It's the RS, whatever. It's the one that the company, the internet provider, has given me. Okay, moving on over here, I got my 3 monitor setup. I have 2 Samsung monitors. This one I've had for quite a long time. That was the second one I purchased, and that was the one that I gamed on for quite a while, probably a couple years. And then my third one, which was purchased most recently, it's an Asus monitor, which was kind of a cheap one. I just wanted something to be able to show things on. As far as web pages and whatnot, I wanted an extra one. That's the one I used to use as a chat monitor before I made this setup. So anyway, 3 nice ones. This one's actually really nice. It only has a 1 millisecond response time, so it was pretty nice for gaming. Then of course, right up on top of that, you can see my Logitech C920 webcam. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, that's a pretty standard webcam in streaming currently. A lot of people use it. It's a very good, high-quality camera. Some people are actually going to camcorders and stuff for high definition 60 frames, but that one's still a really good one, and they're going pretty cheap now. The price has come down. There's been some sales on it. So down here we got, of course, a little area where I have a keyboard. That keyboard controls my computer. So when I'm surfing web pages and whatnot, that is the keyboard I use, just a wireless. Logitech keyboard. Nothing real special. Of course, the remote there is the remote for my television, my 40-inch Samsung television. I forget what the model name on it, but it was one that I researched and had very good input lag. So it was one of the top-rated TVs that I researched for gaming, and for the price, it was really good. I think I paid like $550, $600 for it. So whatever the price was, it's good, and I'm really happy with it. There's very little difference that I've noticed between that 40-inch and my 27-inch right there that had 1 millisecond. So Very good for the price. Right here is going to be my TC Helicon Voice Live Touch. This is the one where you see, if you hear my different voices that I do, there's 5 spots here for 5 different voices, the 5 main voices I use. If you listen to hear the high pitch voice that sound right there. So anyway, there's about 250 different sounds I can use, and I can actually edit them with these different buttons here. And also, for those of you guys that remember the exclamation mark BRB audio emote, it was created because I set my headset down on that button right there, or no, this button right here. I recorded, and then it played through that one, through this green button, and that's why it kept playing in stream, because it kept recording, or recorded the be right back, and then in stream it kept playing. Anyway, so there's a story of that. That's what happened there. Down underneath there, you can see my NetDuma router. And fortunately for me, in this part of the house, I'm actually connected solely to one internet provider. Nobody else shares that internet, so it's isolated. For the rest of the house, does have a different internet provider, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about anybody taking up bandwidth. So anyway, that's my NetDuma router. Works good once you kind of figure out exactly how to use it. And I wasn't using it properly when I first got it, but now it's working a lot better for me. Right here now, you can see that red flashing lights that's coming from my Zim 4. That is the device that allows me to play with mouse and keyboard for the Xbox One and the PS4. It works for both of them. It also works for PS3 and Xbox 360, so it's nice. I know that people have talked about being able to use it, having it allow them to use their PS4 controller on the Xbox and vice versa. I don't really use it for that. I just usually, if I'm playing Xbox, I have an Xbox controller plugged into it. Down there, you see my USB splitter. It's nice. It's got another remote for that. If I don't feel like reaching across, the extra couple feet or whatever, I can just easily change sources there between my PS4 and my Xbox. So that's pretty nice. Here we got the, you guys have seen me take shots out of this many times. It's my Terminator 2 3D shot glass. So that's what I take my shots out of. There's a little dude that I got in the very first Loot Crate. Or no, was it Loot Crate Gaming? Yeah, it was. The very first Loot Crate Gaming was my little guy that I got out of there. Sometimes I have more tchotchkes on the desk, but right now they're kind of cleaned out since I just changed this over. Now, the desk that it's on used to have a like a rack or shelf. There we go, shelf. Kind of up behind it. That would have extended up to about right here, so it would have blocked off the TV in the background. So when I changed this setup, I actually had to rip that down, and so now it's just a much easier setup for me. Yeah. All right, moving on over here. We'll get first before I go over there, show you my mices. My mices. I love my mices to pieces. Anyway, another little Logitech. Just a wireless mouse that I use to control for my PC. And then I have another Logitech G502 is my gaming mouse. That's what I play with. And then my Razer Stealth keyboard, which it's not as quiet as I'd hope it to be, but fortunately for me, my RE27ND does not pick up those sounds usually. Over here, what you're going to see is kind of where I control a lot of my sound. Here's, of course, my Behringer mixer. As you see, it's I'm just going to get you up there so you can see the X1204 USB. Okay. I like this one just because it has the analog sliders here instead of the knobs, which my old one did. It's also USB, so it's a lot easier. I used to have to use a audio interface, and it just degraded the sound quality a little bit. Over here, I do have 2 different Astro mix amps. These the TR mix amps, and this one here is for the PS4. This one here is for the Xbox One, and so I can easily switch back between the two. And of course, it's for the use with my Astro A40s, and I will absolutely love these things. Astros, you listening? I love your product. Anyway, this headset is just to test out my audio quality before I go live. Just making sure everything's sounding okay. What else we got? We have my Xbox sitting there, of course, with that awesome gift that Chaotic and Scarlett sent me around my birthday. So that's kind of hanging out there, being cool. Hunters, yo. Kind of like that. Get a nice close look at that. I think that's pretty dope. It's carved out of wood. It's awesome. Over here, of course, my PS4 is kind of hidden away, just because that's kind of where it fits in the whole system here. Then my computer, really don't know much about my computer, to be honest. It was something I custom ordered, but that was over a year ago, and I don't remember exactly what's in there, and I'm too lazy to get the specs out for you. But trust me, it does the job well. It is water-cooled, and has given me no problems whatsoever. So I really enjoy that. That's actually a CyberPower PC is where I got that one from. Over here is just some random doodads, of course. My Atari hat, my Shredder mask. I got my Bears helmet. As you can see, I am a Bears fan. Everybody knows this. My Hulk Hogan stuff from the collector's edition of WWE 2K15, which I still have yet to take out of the cellophane. I've never played the game, but this here is, I think the reason why I think this is kind of cool, because that's a piece of canvas from the ring from Monday Night Raw that that was held on March 10th, 2014. That Hogan was on, and that March 10th, it just happens to be my birthday, so I thought that was pretty cool. For any dart fans, if you're an American dart fan, this is a poster for an event. It was just a side event. But it was a poster that was signed by some of the top American pros, or at least the top soft tip pros that were at the event, and I got to meet, and that was pretty cool. Start up here, that's Scotty Kirshner, if you know who these people are. Some of you guys may know him, some of you may not. That's autographed by Scotty Kirshner. There's Larry Butler down there. That one there is Paul Lim. He's actually, oh shoot, I want to say he's from Thailand or something. Anyway, he was the very first, for some of you guys that are steel tip players, steel tip fans, he was the very first person to hit a 9-dart finish on TV. So anyway, there's that. There's Ray Carver, and again up here, Benjamin Dersch. Anyway, so little thing for American dart fans if there's anybody. All right. Let's see what else we got. We got down here is just my mini fridge, kind of tucked away underneath the table. That's where I get my beer. I do have some beer in there, I do believe. See, beer, sodas, water, whatever. Of course, my file cabinet. Now down under here, something kind of cool. This down here is going to be, that is my compressor, my limiter, my noise gate, and it has a vocal maximizer on it. So part of my tone and some of what you hear on stream is created through that. Below that on the rack is just a power conditioner, which I have a lot of different things plugged into. So again, helps out with the audio signal. And down here is a little pedal that, and actually I need to turn that button on. Anyway, just kind of adds a little bit of thickness to the tone and improves the sound quality on that. Just a little pedal. It's a little compressor pedal, so a little additional compression there. So, oh, there we go. Got to pretty much everything. The only really thing I hadn't really talked about was my chair. Just a pretty standard chair. It's, I think I got it at Walmart or something. I do have this was custom made. This isn't just a pillowcase. This is way too big for any pillow to ever slip on. It was custom made for this. This is, for that 2015 Halloween. It was made for that, of course, just to hide the back of the chair. And of course, this here, as you see here, is the big ass shirt that I wear. It's actually too big. Technically, I need it to be smaller, but that's the shirt that I wear that makes the floating head effect. And finally here, there's my, if you guys ever see my reversible cap, there's my reversible cap that I wear sometimes. My beanie. Well, that's about it. I guess I could talk a little bit about how I have my monitors set up. Of course, I have my game on the TV. That's what I play on now. Over here, you're going to see my bot set up, as well as XSplit and my Twitch alerts. My Twitch alerts is set up over there, so I can just easily access all that stuff. Over here is going to be just my main monitor is where I actually usually just look at chat. I have my chat box up here. And then this is just my dashboard if I want to do anything over there. And then my other, over here I use where I control my Spotify and just any other web pages that I'm happen to be searching that day. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I got my two lights, I guess. I didn't really talk about those as my lights. Those are super important to the effect. If I don't have those positioned quite right, it doesn't work very well. Fortunately, I do have them. So yeah, there's my setup, guys. I appreciate you all, hanging out and watching, and if you liked it, go ahead and do the old thumbs up stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe, and you can find me on twitch.tv/angry_iceberg. I'm on every day playing Destiny, and depending on, I guess, when you watch this, could be much later. If you have any questions, definitely hit up in the comments. If you have any comments, anything like that, just let me know. I will respond to any questions or whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch me on Twitch, and we'll see you next time.